Now, walk them through why you think I should get a Rottweiler.
All right, so
because this will be the intro to that other video.
Yeah. So I think Trev should get a Rottweiler is because me personally, your dog represents you, right? That's just how I roll, right? And this guy, he's a big dude, right? I got big hands. Now, he's a big dude. He's walking around with General and those small pit bulls and stuff. That's my boy coming. Just don't touch him. I'll tell you. Yeah, we talked about it, and then so now we gotta we'll like the reason why I want him is because Rottweiler would represent him better than any dog he has been around so far, in my opinion, right?
I love a good opinion, people.
The boy has left this world and he's at a better place now. I didn't get a chance to see him in person. I've told him that I loved his freaking head. big head. And Rottweiler is a head breed.
Yeah.
And the big head. And Eagle had a big head. Eagle looked good.
Yeah, but my boy.
But
I like the points he's making, man. I even thought about it. I said, as he put one in our possession, we would definitely highlight. I'd name him Boogeyman.
Yeah, we talked like he said, respect the Rottweiler, a well-bred Rottweiler. When a breeder and an owner tells you, hey, you can't just come, like we've talked about it in multiple videos. It's not a petting zoo. It's not this and that. But even on the road, you can't just touch my dogs and stuff, right? Papa, come here. Come here. This is Pablo, right? This is the dog. He's sniffing.
Licking me.
And then he's fine. This dog has taught me. Basically, he helped me. Thank you, baby. He helped me get better, be a better person, and learn to have more patience. And he has actually helped me understand the breed more and know the breed standards. He's perfect as far as the conformation goes, in my opinion. But the character, the temperament is not there, so we never bred him.
Yeah.
That took the loss on that, which is fine. He's my boy. But he taught me over the last years. He's been with me, and then you have seen him. He's in a very good shape. He's in a great shape.
Yeah.
He's looking better than a lot of dogs half of his age. It goes for exercise, the feeding, and the vitamins, the quality, and all that stuff.
And I'm getting what you're putting down.
Yeah.
And a lot of times, even when people, and even Richard, we talked about the presser thing. I'm not getting one of those, but you just go, if I had to, because I like the guys more. A lot of times, he's just a sales guy, right? Most times when you buy stuff, you buy it because you like the person. Mm-hmm. Like if you showed up to a car lot, you probably gonna buy a car. If somebody mistreats you or you feel like you can get fucked over, you say, I'm not buying a fucking car from this person. And you go somewhere else.
Yeah.
The Rottweiler is a unique breed. It's a unique dog. His have good character. The character on him, I'm like, man, I like that. I didn't know they could be kind of goofy acting. And so seeing that, I'm thinking leverage. I can leverage that. a big goofball, but also somebody that can get serious. You go, man, that would be entertaining. So, I'll let you guys decide. We've already got a poll up, rot or not. That's the question, to rot or not.
Yeah,
but even more importantly, man, you guys, again, if you're going to watch the full video, great breeder here, great setup, amazing setup. He puts his money where his mouth is, and most importantly, into the dogs, into his program. And each dog is going to make you a different person. So, we was thinking about even naming Eagle's son Pride, but you go, I'd rather name the dog something like Eagle was my teacher. He was my dog who brought me back into the dog space and really taught me a patience that I didn't have coming in. So you got to name him Maestro, because that's the guy, that's the teacher, that's all the things that I need to be better at myself. That's what I identify as an educator. So people, stay tuned. Take care of your dogs. Follow TRK on everything. And until next time.
Thank you.
Guys, listen, we're closing out a weekend with TRK. Want to sit down and definitely just have him walk us through a few more things. Now, I told you guys about the importance of choosing the right dog, the right puppy for your lives. And if you make the wrong choice, it is a commitment. And if it's if you fail the dog, it ends up at the shelter. And I hadn't been to a shelter in years until you saw that video where we went to the shelter. And you actually feel bad when you see the death dates. Like, hey, this dog dies tomorrow at 11 o'clock. You go, damn, really? There's nothing I can do for him now. What are some of the things, what are some reasons someone shouldn't get a Rottweiler? And what are some of the reasons that they might should?
I'll start with shouldn't. Again, thank you for watching, guys. We appreciate your time. Shouldn't, if you are not, so Rottweiler is an exotic breed, right? It's not your normal Chihuahua or normal thing.
And why do you call it an exotic breed?
It's not American breed, it's European. It's been imported from there.
So it's exotic only because it comes from another country?
Because, yeah, it's...
But don't most dogs? Americans just stole everything, I believe, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because they got a European Labrador.
Yes, but also Labrador. I don't know history of a lot of dogs, but I know Rottweilers, right?
Let's focus on that then.
So I can focus on that, because if I start talking about other dogs, I'm not gonna be 100% sure. I wanna focus on what I'm 100% sure on.
Yeah.
Right. So it's an exotic breed, in my opinion, because it was brought in by a guy named Danny. I don't know his last name. He imported dogs from Germany, and he's the one who had first litter in 1931.
Because it wasn't that long ago, but it was long enough.
Yeah, long enough, but it was for America, 1931. Rottweiler existed way before that. It's one of the ancient breed, right? So anyways, the question, why they shouldn't. So Rottweiler is a large, dominant, very motivated breed. If you don't have time to put in for early socialization, for training, for to make sure that they have what they deserve, means they're not small dog. They're a working breed. They want to run around. If you don't have a big backyard, if a normal backyard, that's fine. But make sure you have means or times to commit to daily walking, daily exercise. They need that. God forbid if they get sick, if they get anything, vet issues, are you able to afford?
That's a good point too. People have reached out at times asking me about pups. Like, hey, do you do financing? And I'm gonna go, look, I understand you probably want a good dog and you respect our breeding program and you love the care. I don't get to finance the food. I don't get to finance that rent. I don't get to finance nothing, to be clear, outside of, I'm thinking, is there anything financed? I think I bought a lens and I was like, I'm not giving them $1,500 right now. So I was like, I'll pay the $69 a month to pay the lens down. And then I forgot it was paid, but point is these dogs are day in and day out responsibilities. So if we start looking at what he just said, cost-wise, Ego cost me a lot of money in this last 2 months of life. And that was just me running tests to see how long he was going to live. Keep that in mind. I knew for a fact he was going to check out. I was just trying to do my part in providing information for you guys so that someone messaged me, man, because of that lump you showed me, our dog had a lump, and we went to the doctor. They said, yep, and we cut it out, man. Thank you so much for sharing your story. That's my job. Mm-hmm. So don't get it if you don't have time. Don't get it if you don't have the energy. Definitely don't get it if you ain't got the money.
No, and then, a lot of time I get a lot of messages. I no disrespect to those people. I'm just stating facts. When I get message that, hey, how much? I don't respond to those. How much? What do you mean how much? How much for what? Like how much the temperature is? How much? Like what are you asking me? Like it just doesn't. Because to me, those people are way too focused on their pockets than the quality of the dog they're wanting. They want to drive a Rolls Royce, but they got money to fill up Corolla. I'm not saying Corolla is a bad dog.
No, it's a great car. But you need that oil change on that Rolls is going to be a little different too.
Yeah,
It's
I'm
about
gonna
a buck
break
69.
down.
Oh my god! If it break down, it's gonna collect dust if you ain't got the money. You're like,
Yeah.
hey, I'd rather Uber.
Yeah. So think about those things that it costs money, right? And Rottweilers, they eat. They can eat. You're not asking you're even if you wanna feed them high quality kibble, you're not feeding them 1 cup.
It's 4 to 5 on average.
Yeah, it's they gotta eat. They're big dogs. They're hungry dogs because they're motivated dogs. You gotta make sure you're providing that mental stimulation and the exercise. Otherwise, they're going to find job to do in the house. That job could be eating your couch, eating your wall, your door, your table. They're gonna eat something, your shoes, because then it's not their fault. It's your fault. So that those are a lot of those things align with should and shouldn't. One thing a buyer should do to do your own research, your thorough research about the breeder you want to go with. If TRK is expensive for you, then go somewhere else. But I only encourage people that, hey, support an ethical breeder that is supporting the breed and promoting the health tested dogs, because we want to make sure that we are producing healthier dogs every single litter, where we don't want to keep doing the same thing. Then what are we doing? Or why are we even breeding? What's our goal? Where are we headed? So a lot of these things align with why you should go to an ethical breeder or a good breeder, because a shitty breeder, I would say, wouldn't care about. They wanna sell you a cheap pup. They wanna sell you whether you can afford or not. They don't wanna vet you. They don't wanna make that right decision for the dog and for clients yourself. Whoever is listening now, if you reach out to
I think
me.
that the breeder conversation is almost a different one though, because I know we've talked about it. It's such a hard. I put it like this: it's not hard when you talk to people like him and me, because we understand what your responsibilities are going to be, and we'll walk you through that. So I had to let people know, reaching out, man, I want to fit bulls. I'm like, these ain't no teddy bears, man. These ain't the dogs where you can just say, let me just leave it in the cage and it hang out. Like, it don't work that way, man.
Yeah.
One of the women who I didn't develop one of the pups on purpose because it was going to be, she's actually Pakistani.
Right.
She has one of our dogs, and long story short, she had to hire 2 trainers to deal with the dog because she's like, yo, he's a little much. And I said, I never told you these are pet homes. I mean, they go to pet homes,
Yeah.
but homes who really love dogs is my kind of like my goal. That like love doing the work, got the time and energy, and understand the breed. But the breeder one's almost another headache, because everyone wants a pup to leave their property, and some people breed to pay their bills, and some people don't even understand the business of breeding. But from a basic premise, based on what they've seen here, you see me in some of the videos. When you see this video, be able to touch, pet, and be around some of the dogs, and I don't carry fear, so that wasn't a concern at all. I listened to him, like his boy Pablo. He said he's cool, don't touch him. And I respect that too, because you have to respect the animal. But when we're like, hey, what are some good reasons to get a Rottweiler? Don't find out the hard way. I will tell you that, man. What are some bad reasons? If you can't afford it, leave that shit alone. If you're interested in learning or buying a great Rottweiler from someone who really loves the breed, I'm going to point you right in this direction. What's a good reason? Go tell him this. Tell him this. And I'm gonna restart this because I'm gonna put this up in general.